On this week on Where to Be, there's really only one place that you need to be, and that is in Pottstown at Soul Joel's. Yes, because James Murray, aka Murr from Impractical Jokers, is going to be doing his live comedy show there. And I am so excited that he is here with me today. Hello, Murr. How are
Hi, Laura. How are you? Hello, everyone.
you? So, I just have to say, this has been the most fun interview to prep for because all I've done is just watch old Impractical Jokers clips. Um,
Right.
so there are so many funny classic moments. I know this is a hard question, but can you pick one of your top pranks or top moments from the show?
We just so the new season's 12 starts on TBS. Gosh, in like 2, 3 weeks, July 10th. And I just lost an episode last week. We filmed it last. It'll be on TV soon. And I lost the episode. They made me work as a waiter in a restaurant in New York City. And after going up 2 tables, finding out their dietary restrictions or allergies, what have you, I then walked over a few minutes later with like a plate of skewers of beef, and with my bare hands, I just pushed the chunks of beef in customers' mouths in the restaurant.
Horrible.
It was crazy. It was wild. I pushed like chunks of beef into like 100 different customers' mouths over the course of my 3-hour shift as a waiter. It was
And
wild.
they just let that happen?
They
Like,
did because it's so shocking.
yeah,
I thought for sure someone's going to stand up and take a swing at me. It
right.
did not happen in a single time. No one was even upset because it was just so shocking that a waiter pushed food in your mouth. Like, and then some people laughed, burst out
Yeah.
laughing. No one's got angry in the slightest. It was wild.
Oh,
Totally different reaction. It's very hard. Like, we've been making the show now for 15 years to still be surprised by people's reactions. You know what I mean? Like, I thought
right.
it all figured out, like, oh, I know how this person's going to react if I do this or that or that. And this one totally shocked me that no one took a swing at it.
So that's going to come out. Well, one of my big questions is because I've been a fan of the show for over a decade. So how are you in New York City doing this and people aren't recognizing you guys at this point?
Well, I mean, I don't look famous. I look like a pharmacist, you know? People look at me like, wait, you look familiar. Is my
Yeah.
prescription ready? You know, that's
Yeah. I guess that's true,
But
but I feel like
well, I can't tell you where we're filming, for obvious reasons, but we're filming at a very large event coming up soon. I know this punishment because I have to know it in advance. I lose, and it's a really large event that we could never go to anymore because the show is too popular, because too many people would recognize us.
Mhm.
But I will be in full prosthetics. Full
Okay.
prosthetics. My eyes will be a different color. I'll have hair. My face will look physically different just to be able to attend that public event. So if you are at a public event somewhere in the tri-state area in the
Okay.
next few weeks and somebody's acting a little crazy, it's
It's
probably me.
probably you.
It's
That's
in
awesome.
full prosthetics in disguise.
Now, I know you can't disclose locations, but do you typically film just around New York City and Jersey, or
Yeah, I'd say New York, New Jersey, that are most
do you,
likely, yeah.
will you ever find yourself in Philly?
I would love. I'll tell you what. We should do a travel. It's not really a travel episode, but
Yeah.
we try to do travel episodes to cities that have a really distinct character or voice,
Mhm.
or type of people. And Philly definitely fits the bill.
Oh, yeah. You might
My
get
wife is
beat
from
up
Philly.
here, but I don't know if they'd let it stick your fingers in their mouth here. It does feel like, speaking of the punishments and everything, it feels like you tend to lose the most out of all the
No
guys.
kidding, man.
I know.
Absolutely, I get the worst.
You get
I mean, just one second. I mean, my license still has no eyebrows because of the TV show. I mean, th this is crazy. Like,
that
you know
is
what it's like to go through TSA security? I travel every week. Every week I travel. I'm in the West Coast right now. I fly tonight back to
oh
Philly.
my God.
I mean, that's my license. It's crazy.
Now, when you're showing that ID to TSA, do they know who you are, or they're just
Yeah,
like, what's going on here?
they burst out laughing because
Yeah.
I look like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you do. Oh.
Q always says that I specifically look like Lex Luthor's you know what.
Oh, Oh man. Well, that's gotta be so fun. I mean, you've made a career out of hanging out with your friends.
Yeah,
Can
it's a
you
pretty
talk,
sweet job.
yeah, can you talk a little bit about, the early days, how you guys formed and all of that?
I mean, gosh, we went to high school together. I met them day one of high school 35 years ago in Staten Island. And then we just were best friends and did comedy together, went to different colleges. And then after college, came back and formed a comedy group and then failed for a very long time before we sold Impractical Jokers.
Yep. And now, I mean, this is awesome. And I think I heard, so you guys have expanded into, I know it plays in all different countries, but now you've brought the idea to other countries, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, gosh, I just was talking about that this morning before our interview. But yeah, the American version plays around the world in like 100 and 130 countries or so. But the format for Impractical Jokers also plays around the world in lots of different countries. So, I mean, just 2 weeks ago, I was on with the Lithuanian cast and the Lithuanian producers, teaching them how to do the show. And consulting with them on the best challenges to do. They're in season one of the show there with
Okay.
4 different comedians, and they're lovely people. I was teaching them how to do the show creatively, how to write the packets for it, how to film it, how to set up the cameras and edit the show. And yeah, but the format plays in Lithuania, Australia, Belgium, UK, Brazil, Canada, Mexico.
Wow.
Um, Holland, uh, a bunch, Italy, a bunch
Wow.
more places where it's different comedians doing the same pranks, the
Okay.
same things that we've done on the American version.
So how much of the show would you say is scripted and how much is just totally
I
improvised?
mean, it's an improv show. That's
Yeah.
why, like in my live, this weekend, obviously, I'm on tour in nearby. I'm in Ocean City tomorrow night, Ocean City, Maryland,
Mhm.
and then I'm in Pottstown, PA, 2 shows on Saturday night. Sunday, I'm in Red Bank, New Jersey, and in my live show, we play Impractical Jokers live at the end of the show. It's like my closing bit, like it's a stand-up comedy show, but at the end of
Yeah.
the show, we play Jokers live, meaning I choose someone from the audience, put them an earpiece in their ear, send them out into the streets of, Pottstown,
Down.
PA, or Red Bank, or what have you, and then we film them from a distance and live on the spot. They've got to do and say what I tell them to. It's completely improvised. It's like
Oh my
watching
gosh.
the TV show happen live in front of your face. It's pretty wild. I'd
That's
say
awesome.
I'd say we try to write jokes and plan what we think, ideas, what we want to try, but then you don't know how people are going to react or what they're going to say. So as soon as you say the first thing, then anything you can write in advance is out the window because
Right.
it's all improv.
Oh, that the show sounds so fun. So you do a little bit of stand up, a little bit of Impractical Jokers live. I will
Yeah.
say in my researching, I found a picture from your live show of you. It appears to be sucking a toe.
No, 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 no. That's a
Does that
college
happen
show.
in all the
No,
shows?
that is a college show. You saw a
Oh,
photo from me performing at, a college show is a very different kind of show. College
okay.
show is specifically tailored to a college audience. That was, and I do a different game with a college crowd than I do in my solo tour. So
Fair.
I will not be sucking on any toes
Okay.
on
Good to
Saturday.
know. Good to
Yeah.
know. Do you have any plans to stop in Philly at all on your way to Pottstown? It's not quite on the way, but
I mean, my wife is from Philly. We're there all the time.
okay, perfect.
We she grew up in Philly, and the reason we live in Central Jersey now is because when we got married, we kind of met halfway in between. That way, she could still go back to Philly to see her friends and family, and she does make me wear Eagles jerseys every Sunday.
I love to hear
Because I'm from New
that.
York, I was raised a Giants fan, but now, of course, I'm an Eagles fan.
You converted.
I had no choice.
You're very smart. Go Birds.
Go Birds! There's a video of me. Do you ever see this video? It was on social media. Let me find it, and if I can find it quick. Stadium is a good word to search for. It's me at the Eagles game, saying "Go Birds." I'll find it. I'll show it to you.
I'll look it up.
It's me saying "Go Birds."
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. Have fun.
All right, now I can't help but notice your shirt. Good marketing there.
Hey,
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
sure. So Melissa and I, this is Pacific Southern Railway. So the story is this: a few months ago, like in December, it hit the Wall Street Journal and a bunch of local papers in Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York that one of America's longest running, oldest professional model railroad clubs was about to go under. Because the president of the club and the owner of the house, it was built into a house. The model railroad club it's 12,000 square feet of track. It is bigger than my entire house, right?
Wow.
The house my wife and I live in is just not a big house. It's like 4,600 square feet, right? The model railroad club is three times the size of my house. It's bigger than the house itself. They built it in the basement of this home nearby in Jersey, and they knocked out a foundation wall and kept going. It
Wow.
goes out under the lawn. It's wild, right? So it's been running since 1950. They started building the model train layout, and the club formed in 1964. And it's been decades and decades of sweat and imagination and work put into building this professional model railroad club. It's like this small miniature trains. It's unbelievable. Anyways, last year, sadly, the owner of the house, the president of the club, passed away from cancer, and his widow was forced to sell the house. She's 76. She had to move down to Texas to be closer to her kids and grandkids. So she's going to sell the house. And the train club is obviously anybody that buys the house is going to be like, I give you 2 weeks, get the hell out,
Yeah.
right? Save what you can get out. Otherwise, I'm taking a jackhammer to the place. And so I said, well, hold on, let me go look at this. Maybe Melissa and I can help the train club out. Maybe Melissa owns a candle company called 95 Candles, and she's shipping out like thousands of candles a year. And it's just her business has grown and grown and grown. And I said, love, you need a bigger space. Why don't we get a warehouse and we can give the train club half the warehouse and you can do your candles at half the warehouse. And so I went to see the train club, and then I realized, shoot, you can't move it. It's permanent. It's
Wow.
part of the home. You could not, you would destroy 90% to save 10%, you know?
Yeah.
So the night before it went up for a public sale, my wife and I bought the house to save the train club. So now I'm a board member of one of America's longest running model railroad clubs. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's
What a
great. It's called Pacific Southern Railway. And the first thing I did was I relaunched their whole website, got a new logo for them, made it into a modern website where people from around the world can become a member of the club virtually. And it's tax deductible. They're a nonprofit. These guys have been donating all the money they make they open up the house once a year to the public, and families go through for decades to see the trains and the work. And they donate all those proceeds to fire and EMT in Jersey. And it's a nonprofit. So if you join the club, Pacific Southern Railway, go to pacificsouthern.org. It's tax deductible. Like it costs you nothing. You just write it from your taxes and you become a virtual member from anywhere around the world. And you get bi-weekly videos from me from the train house showing you different parts of the layout, what we're working on, what's going on. And then you get a swag kit and you get a membership card and you get to come, you get free tickets to the open house in November. It's wild. Or you become an active member and
That's
join us
awesome.
every Wednesday night at our house.
So
I'm there every
are you
Wednesday night.
there
Yeah,
every
yeah,
Wednesday? That's
yeah. I'm there
awesome.
every Wednesday night. And you come in if you're an active member, play with the trains, build stuff, learn a new skill, and hang out with me. I'm always there. It's a lot of fun.
So you are clearly very, excited about this. Have you
Does it
always?
come? Does it come
Yeah.
across?
Yeah.
My excitement comes across.
Yeah. It's
Well,
definitely, you're selling it.
I grew up with toy trains, and
Okay.
my house is too small. My trains for years while living in Jersey have just been in the basement packed up because when my parents passed, I packed my trains up from their house. They were in my parents' basement, and then I just don't have the space in my house. I don't have a big house that we live in, and so they've been just in boxes. So my trains are not compatible with Pacific Southerns, but the house has a three-car garage separated. So I'm going to build my trains from childhood. That my best memories of my father and I were,
Oh,
and to the day he died, he passed from Alzheimer's, and we run like an Alzheimer's charity called 95 Charity. And to the day he died, he couldn't remember us anymore, but he remembered several things to the day he died. Every Frank Sinatra song lyric, the movie Airplane, and if you put a model railroad magazine in his hand, his face would light up and he would read everything in the magazine to the day he died because he remembers our toy trains. Isn't that wild?
oh, that's awesome. Just what a serendipitous moment for you to realize that this house is up for sale and be able to
Yeah.
kind of
So
make it.
Melissa moved her candle company into the house. So now she has the space she needs for the candle company, which just has grown and grown. We run the Alzheimer's charity out of the house, and then I'm a board member of
Yeah.
one of America's longest running model railroad clubs.
You are living your childhood dream. That's That's very cool. Well, congratulations on all of that. I mean,
Thanks.
you do so much. I'm very excited for your movie to come out.
Thanks.
You
Thank
have
you.
7 books, you were saying? I mean,
9 out now. Yeah, the newest one is called You Better Watch Out. That we just adapted to a screenplay and we're shooting it at the beginning of next year. That'll come out in theaters in about 2.5 years. But Don't Move is in the final weeks of post-production with the final VFX going in, final score, final mix. We're in LA right now for that. That'll come out, I think, end of the year. So
awesome. Can't wait to see it. Well, you can see Murr this weekend in Pottstown at Soul Jules. He's bringing his live comedy show there. Going to be a lot of fun. You might even be part of the show. There will be no toe sucking, so we're good there. But thank you so much for joining me today. It's
got it. And
an
anybody
absolute
can get
pleasure.
tickets. I think the first show in Pottstown is sold out, but the second one has some tickets left. You can go
Mhm.
to murderlive.com to get tickets, and I'll see you this weekend.